Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna do something similar to Chew the Fat with Nat, but a little bit different. I have Gokho today with me. Ta-da!
Hi.
This is Gokho, yeah. And Gokho is actually my high school classmate. So today we're gonna talk about gap year and what we did during this gap year. And yeah, some of our experiences, working experiences, some sort of things like that. So first things first, Gokho and my gap year is slightly different because Gokho is a January intake A-level student. But for me, it's a bit different because I initially took March intake, then I entered July intake. So for me, my gap year is actually the 6 months before I entered July intake and after my A-levels, which is last year November, these few months. How about you, Gokho?
Okay, so my gap year started after my A2 in June. So I'm still in my gap year right now, and I'm going to uni next. Yeah.
Okay, so the main difference is my gap year is like 6 months, and Gokho's gap year is like a year after his A-levels. Okay, so we'll start today's session with why did we take A-levels and how was it? Gokho, you can start first.
Okay. Why did I take A-levels? Okay. Basically, before A-levels, I actually considered taking a computer science foundation one, but then I remember there was this speaker from MCKL that came to Wesley to talk to all of us, right?
Yeah.
This speaker, very pro, convinced me to go to MCKL to take A-levels. Because he said, wow, you shouldn't take foundation because it will just limit you to one uni after that. So I don't want to just stick to one place forever. So
yeah, as for all of you who don't
decided,
know, MCKL is actually a college that is kind of like our high school's sister college. I don't know whether that's the right word, but most of the students there will go directly to this college. So that's why,
you get cheaper fees also.
We get cheaper fees. That's why a lot of us go to MCKL, and Gokho is one of them.
Yeah, correct. I got baited into that. Okay, so
how was it?
Basically I joined A-levels because it is basically broader lah. If like your choices is broader, if you go to A-levels, you can do anything you want after that lah. So I went to A-levels, and A-levels was okay lah, quite nice. I mean, it's quite suitable for me because it's just studying and no assignment because I hate assignments. Yeah.
I think for us SPM students, it's easier. It's more suitable for our learning style.
Yeah. I hated all those projects during Form 5, like the AdMaths project.
And the moral and the
cannot do. I don't like that one. Okay, so I really like A-levels.
What subjects do you take?
Oh, what subjects I take? I took chemistry, physics, maths, and further maths. Yeah, okay.
Further maths.
Yeah, further maths. Okay.
So pro.
How about you, Nat?
Okay, for me, it's a very weird story. Okay, not weird, but we used to be in Wesley. We're so used to being in like private schools. So, different from them, my mom asked me to take STPM. Okay, so since the starting of Form 5, I was already like very prepared to go take like government syllabus lah. Let it be STPM or matrix. So my mom wasn't very happy about me taking A-levels, so I didn't start in January. Then I came to an agreement with my mom that it's okay, I'll see how it goes after I get my SPM results. But okay, in January, when I looked through, like, because all of you like kind of started college already, right, in January. Then
Yeah,
when I
correct.
look through like Instagram stories, Snapchat stories, I feel very like I don't feel right. I feel very left out, left behind. Like I want to be with all of you, especially like what 70% of Wesleyans, like our form, our classmates, are there. So I feel very like sad. Like it really affected me back then. So I did something very crazy. I just went to sign up for March intake without telling my mom.
Oh, shit. Wow.
Yeah, right. I just signed up, you know. Then now I told my dad, I signed up already. Need to pay this lah. Then he's like,
Oh.
then he's like, okay. Cause for me, my dad, like he doesn't really know anything about all this education stuff. So it's more of if I say it's right, then he will just do it. So yeah, this happens, and I entered March intake. That's basically why I chose A levels. But after that, why I didn't continue in MCKL is because in March I took my SPM results, and I was eligible for a government scholarship, a JPA scholarship, and they can actually let me, and it wasn't applicable in MCKL. So I retake the whole A levels in July in Sunway. So for me, A levels, I think it was challenging. Like, to be very honest, it is challenging. Besides that, I think overall A levels is quite a good choice. I didn't regret it. Yeah,
Yeah, I also agree A levels is challenging. If you
it's challenging. It's challenging.
if like you're not like suitable, like if you're not the study type, A levels is
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
very
yeah, yeah,
torturing.
yeah,
I
yeah,
feel
yeah.
like, because
Like you
okay, for
really have to
AS I
love
think it's
studying.
fine, because for MCKL it's like we took 1 year to prepare for AS, right? Then we took half a year to prepare for A2. When I feel like it should be the other way around.
For
Because
me, it was
AS
crazier.
is actually crazier for what?
For me, it was crazier.
For?
We had like 4 months for A2
Ah,
because
oh my
we start
god,
in
yeah.
July. Then we have like a long break in between. Then after that, we have like 3 months. Then A2 mocks already.
Oh my
But it was still
god, I
crazy
cannot
lah.
even imagine.
Crazy.
Like, I don't get why they structure it like that, because AS is
yeah.
actually basically SPM. But
But
A2
because
is
it's catered for
a
O-levels,
huge
I think.
jump, for some
Yeah.
subjects.
A2 is like, what
Yeah, it's like
is this?
the worst.
Yeah, it's damn crazy.
So AS I actually didn't really study that much, just
Yeah.
saying. But
AS is like, okay, yes, we just revise.
yeah.
But A2
But
is like,
A2 I studied like mad. I studied like mad actually.
I studied every single day, every single day, and
Some-
that is something that I didn't do in SPM.
Yeah. Dude, I never studied so hard in my life. I stayed back to 8 every single day. 8 p.m. every single day just to study.
Yeah, I used
Even
to stay
during
in
holidays,
Yeah, I used to stay in dorm, so it's like every day 8:30 to 12 a.m. is like my study time,
Wow, I cannot wait.
I was
Once
like
I go
so
home, I don't
crazy.
study lah. That's why I always go to MCKL to study, because I cannot study at home. I feel like I don't have the self-discipline. I feel like when I go to
Yeah.
MCKL, I'm more motivated to study.
Yeah. So in conclusion, like A levels is something that all of you have to consider, lah, I would say. Like
Yeah, I feel like like, if you really don't like exams, I feel like you shouldn't
yeah,
take
if
A
you're
levels.
really not the type that I will study consistently every day, or like I will do past
Yeah.
years, then
Actually, I feel like A levels don't really need to study consistently lah. For me lah, I feel like you can. Some people can just cramp it in one day. I feel like some people can.
yeah.
But
But
for me,
all in all,
like,
I think the same thing is like you have to put hard work. Like you have to study. That's the thing.
yeah. You have
Yeah,
to study.
true.
You have to really put hard work lah.
Yeah.
If you really, maybe if you want as assignment based, don't choose
Yeah,
A level,
don't.
because A levels basically don't have any assignments.
Yeah, but the syllabus is very in depth. I'll say.
Yes.
quite
You
good.
learn quite a lot, I feel like, in A-levels.
Yeah, but yep, that's our point of view towards A levels. So moving on. Why didn't you start uni immediately after you finish A levels?
Because A-levels is stress, right? So
Yeah.
I didn't really have time to consider applying for uni lah. Even though all the lecturers were starting to tell us to apply already, I was just like, no,
Reluctant,
bro.
like
I'm
no
not pro
time.
enough to balance the
The
time to
stress to
apply for
like
uni and then also study for my exams, right? Because I also took further maths as
yeah.
if you know further maths in MCKL,
The
it's just
drill is
a whole
crazy.
ton of tests, a bunch of homework that you cannot finish one. So I just didn't really bother to apply uni lah. And
Yeah.
I'm just not the kind to want to stress out about those kind of stuff lah. So I just didn't want to stress out about that. I don't want to affect my A-level results and all that lah. So I just didn't apply. And I also didn't know what to do also lah. Not like I really know what
Exactly
to do
what you
after
want to do,
also lah.
right?
But
Like last time, some of
yeah.
our high school friends, they're like, "I'm gonna do medicine. Like this is my plan."
Yeah.
Right.
I really don't know what to do because I just don't. I feel like for me is I have too many interests in things
Very
more
wide.
than I have. Yeah, I don't know which ones to cancel out.
So that's why you
Yeah,
didn't
for me
like
it's like
rush
that lah.
lah. So
Yeah,
for
yeah,
me,
yeah.
it's quite the similar reason. I wasn't sure about what I want to study, but I just know one thing is like during my A levels, I realized that I don't like what I'm studying. I mean, I shouldn't put it this way. It's more of like how to say, it's like I study these subjects cause I need to study, like cause it's safe, cause I take full science. It's like, oh, cause it's very safe, or like, oh, cause SPM I took this, then now I'm gonna do this. So it's like I was brainwashed that, oh, I'm somehow gonna do something professional in the future lah. But I wasn't passionate about any subjects. Like I just do it to score the exams. I don't do research. I'm not even interested about why this particle become this particle or whatever lah. So yeah, for me it's like I blindly studied what I thought I am good at, and after I realized that I wasn't really passionate about science, even though I recognized that, but the fear of switching field
Yeah,
very,
that's
like,
stressful, right? Because like
yeah,
the
it's
entire
overwhelming.
high school life you've been studying science, then suddenly
Yeah, then you're like, this is
change
like
to
something I know.
Yeah.
I already know.
That's hard. That's very hard.
Yeah, and switching field is like, ugh. And for me, it's like, I just can't choose a course. Like, I don't want to just choose something to like graduate. So that was why I didn't start my uni right after my A levels. Okay, so see, different from our batch, we're like slightly later than our own batch. So don't you feel like stressed out when you look at them, like, oh, start their uni, or like some of them are even, most of them are in year 2 for your batch, right? No, like
What?
going to enter year 2 soon.
Yeah. Most of my friends are going to enter year 2 already, correct?
Yeah, like, aren't you stressed out about it?
For me, no lah. I feel like, cause, okay that's like after I came out to do the gap year and started working, I really feel like I should slow down a bit because I really don't want to get to working that fast.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Oh my god,
I just
yeah.
want to slow down my process and take my time lah, basically. So I'm not like stressed out because other people are further than me. I feel like I'm stressed out for them, because they are going to work
work
earlier
soon.
than me. They're gonna be stressed out earlier than me lah. I really don't care lah, honestly. Yeah. And actually during A levels, right, I I learned a lesson basically. It's like, because last time I used to not study one, because I always compare with other people. When I compare with, like, Wesley got a lot of smart
Yeah,
people,
yeah,
I will
yeah.
compare with them. I'm like, no matter how much I study, I also won't catch up
Yeah,
with them. So
yeah.
I just give up on studying basically in high school. That's why my high school grades not good. I don't have good SPM grades also. But during A levels, I
Uh,
really started to just look at myself and see and compete with myself lah. I feel like
it's
for
like you
me,
want to
competing
do
with
it
myself,
for
yeah,
yourself.
yeah, competing with myself always give me more motivation. So like, yeah, I stopped comparing to other people lah. That's why I don't
Yeah,
really
that's
um
true.
get stressed out when I see people are better than me
Because when you compare
or
to
ahead
this
of me.
person and you're better than this person, there's another person. Like it's
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
endless.
yeah. Endless one, endless one. No
Yeah,
point
yeah.
one in comparing other people.
Okay, for me, am I stressed out? I think yes and no. Yes is because initially I was stressed out because during my A levels, most of my classmates they already know like, oh, I want to do engineering. Oh, I'm gonna do medicine. They know, kind of know their field is like here. Okay, but then I told myself that I don't want to repeat the mistake that I did when I first started A levels, whereby I rushed into A levels. Like it's a waste of time, waste
Mm.
of money. Okay, it wasn't a waste of time. We all learn things, but
Yeah, yeah.
I could have tried different things. For me, it was more of a waste of money because
Mm.
I couldn't get my fees back lah after 6 months. But overall, is it stressful? I think during my A levels, I found peace within myself to not same as you to not compare with other people because I realized like everyone is like very different.
Yeah.
Like everyone uh, plays different roles and their strengths and weaknesses are very very different. So and in my class, all my classmates they are very focused in what they like. They don't care whether uh, oh you're any better than them or not. And when
Yeah.
they do that, they actually like they improve more, and that's what
Mm.
I learned. So I stopped stressing out over all this like comparison shit because it's very tiring. I can never I can never be the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'll
No one
just
can
have
be
to
the
like
best at
yeah, no
everything.
one can be the best. So everyone is just different. But my bottom line is just as long as I use every moment I have to learn new things, then I don't feel that it's a waste as compared to people who have entered uni. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that's for me. So I'm not really stressful or stressed out now
Yeah.
about this. Okay, so
Mm.
just now we talk about us trying different jobs. So Cole can try to talk about your working experience first.
My working experience is very very simple because I only got one job after during my gap year. I've only been a tuition teacher. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah, just tuition teacher lor, like that only.
tuition
Yeah,
teacher
a lot of people
in
tell me it's like like I say it's for experience, like then people will be like, what experience? People won't look at your resume and see your teacher then hire you. Like, okay lah, that makes sense for me. But then um honestly I didn't think about that when I applied the job. I was just thinking to make
get a
myself
job.
busy lah, like make
Yeah,
my
yeah.
brain work lah. If I didn't apply for a job I would just stay at home do nothing.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
want to
yeah.
do that lah. I think my brain will rot if I do that. So I just wanted to go work and then like get some money a bit lah. Yeah.
Okay, so for me, I think I have more working experience as compared to Kok Ho. Because for me, before I started my before I started my March intake back then, I worked as a tuition teacher in a tuition center. Then it's paid by hour lah. Then after I graduated A levels, I worked as a private tutor, give home tuitions. But very few students only lah, like two. Cause I didn't really like tell everyone like, oh, I'm a tuition teacher now. I was like, oh, if you want me to do tuition, then I do it. Oh. Then after that, the starting of this year, I interned in a electrical and engineering company. In their sales and sales and finance, sales and accounting department, kind of something like that, for 2 months. Then after that, MCO started. So I actually tried to learn. I started this YouTube channel. I learned video editing and all the designing stuff. And I also tried some trading. Yeah. And then as for now, I'm freelancing, doing some video commercial ads production and some designing work lor. That's for now
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really very good way. Oh my god.
But everything is very
my
like
resume not
touch
that
and
good.
go.
Mm.
Yeah, but because I getting jobs is always about connections lah. Like you know this person, then they offer you a job because we don't have working experience, and that's super hard to get an internship.
Yeah.
Super freakingly hard. Yeah, so
You always need work
any
experience.
very special moments?
Special moments.
Yeah, like during your work experience.
Work experience. For me, I actually don't have anything. Just okay lah. If there's one thing, There's one thing lah. That's like when I was applying for my EPF lah. So like basically, like when I started working, my boss asked me for my EPF account, but I don't have EPF account, and I didn't know that I couldn't give my mom's EPF account, so I just gave my mom's one. Then the next day, I was at work, like working lah, like arranging books, marking books, like that. Then the boss called like one of the staff there. Then the staff gave the phone to me lah. Then like she say, let's just call my boss Miss B lah, okay? Miss B wants to talk to you. So I take the phone lah. Then Miss B was like, why your EPF account, is your EPF account even yours? Then I say, no, it's my mom's one. Then she said, no, you cannot give me your mom's one. I need to apply SOCSO for you. I don't even know what SOCSO, right? Like she say a lot of don't know what things, a lot of terms that I don't understand. Then I'm like, oh, okay. Then she asked me to stop work.
SOCSO, what EPF, like a lot of like.
Okay. So she asked me to stop work immediately and drive to the KWSP office to apply for my EPF. Then it's so embarrassing lah. Then everyone heard what happened lah. Everyone was like staring at me. Then
everyone was like, why Miss B find you? Why Miss B find you?
Then I had to stop work. Then I had to drive to the place. But then actually, okay lah, I was a bit embarrassed lah. But when I went there, I'm not like super kanchong. I actually was like quite chill lah, cause I get lepak, you know. I just slowly go there, cause I don't I get to skip work lah, good lah. You know, I just go there slowly lah. Then I just apply EPF. Okay lah, it's quite an experience lah when you apply for things alone. Cause normally when you do this type of things, you go with your mum one, right?
Yeah,
go with
Ma,
your
what is
parents.
this?
Yeah. So I went there by myself. What that was an experience. Yeah, I learned to ask a lot of questions that day. I learned that people are actually quite
BM,
nice
right?
one.
It's like, Tuan, ini apa?
Yeah, you learn that your BM is not good anymore. So yeah, that's the only thing that I can think of.
Yeah. So for me, interesting. Okay, for me it's like I found out that working as a tuition teacher in a tuition center, because I work in I level. Okay, so if you don't know how I level works, it's basically like students come in. It's like Kumon. Students come in and then like you just guide them to do their work. So like there's this day I so happen teach this little girl lah. Then she don't listen. Like she's super lazy one. Like she's like, dude, all she has to do is like circle which is the correct figure, you know. It's like rectangle, circle, triangle. Then the next one is rectangle. She doesn't even want to do that. She's like, 我不知道.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she was like that. Then I was like, 你怎么不知道？这个是 circle， 这个是 triangle， 这个是 rectangle， 然后 就不知道啊 teacher 不知道 then I scolded her. I was like 你要不要做 then I didn't think it was very very harsh or whatever lah. Then she ended the class that day, like 脸臭臭 like that lah. Then she went back. Then right, I don't know, like the day after or what, right? Then the boss came and then she was like, "Ayo, you." No. It's not like that. Then the second day, I think the next week, then the same girl came. It's like, "Hey, come, this teacher teach you." Then she's like, "I don't want this teacher."
Yeah. Because the boss will assign the students to the teachers.
Yeah.
The students will sometimes say things to the boss.
Yeah, she's like, 我不要这个老师。then the boss come and tell me, "Oh, you cannot so like loud to them one. You must be soft. They're still young." Then I was like, yeah, it was at that moment I'm like, oh my god, I really hate teaching kids. Although I love teaching, but I feel like you're here to learn lah. That's for me lah.
Actually, for me, I don't know. After I teach kids, I actually like kids more. Because some kids really, I don't know.
Some kids are very bubbly lah.
Yeah, they are very cute. And
then yeah.
They really make you feel. I don't know. Some kids are just very nice lah. Like nicer than most adults I know lah. Basically.
今天不开心 like that, right? For me, it's like,
they sometimes will say things like that. They will like notice small things that you do. Then they will ask you about those things. Then I don't know. But I remember got one kid was like, wow, teacher is so easy to do. Like I was marking books, you just have to mark like that. Then one other kid was like, teacher is very stressful. They were like defending me, wow, this kid, wow. I was like so 感动 especially after a long day of work, someone defending me saying that teacher very tiring one, Then like she was like lecturing this little boy. I'm like, wow, I was like, wow, finally got someone talk to me.
Right? You're like, oh my god, I love you, right?
Yeah, some kids really quite mature and quite
but
nice.
It depends lah. I mean, I don't mind the kid hating me lah, but it's like,
yeah, I also don't care. If the kid hate me, then hate me lah. I just treat the good ones good lah. I don't treat you good lah.
Okay, that's for the teaching experience. So for the intern, it's more of a 9-5 job, a more formal office job. So for me, interesting moments. Okay, first thing first, 9-5 job is super boring. Okay, because all I do was paperwork and some key in the accounting stuff lah, like accounting basics lah, like debit note, invoices. Like I have to know under which category to key in. That's all. I think, and I do like basic admin work, like type letters. Sometimes they need people to do this, any work lah, basically like tatap like that lah. But I think this very funny thing that I did was, cause my office was in Kajang, not Kajang, sorry, Klang. Like, without jam, it's 40 minutes away from my house, and the jam is crazy. So I end work at 5. So right, every time by like 3:30 or 4, I'm like hoping that my senior don't give me any work, because it's like 4:30, 4:45-ish, then I can like go out, like leave the office,
Yeah.
Right.
Because jam comes suddenly one. Like it's like after 5 then GG. Before 5, nothing one.
Then 5 like whoa.
Yeah, it's like crazy.
No, then the funny part is like every time when I get a job, right, like a task at like afternoon or after lunch, right, then I'll take my time, right, very slowly. I finish the thing very fast one. But then right, if like by 4, then I finish already, but I won't hand it to my senior one. Because I scared if she want to change anything, right, then I have to stay back,
Yeah.
Then right, I just
Oh my
finish. Then like
god.
4:30, then I only like knock. Nah, I finished the task already. Still freaking annoying. Freaking funny lah. I always do this lah, but
Yeah.
because I didn't need to put the fingerprinting because I'm just a temporary intern, so they can't really track lah. But anyways, it was very like kanchiong like you have to like manage your time very very well like that.
Wow.
So that's like a very interesting thing working 9-5. Okay, so next, what did we learn from our own experience? You first, Gaho.
Yeah. Okay. What I learned. During gap year, I learned that it's actually very hard to make new friends outside of school.
Like quality
Basically,
friendships, right?
Yeah. Because I feel like in high school, right? In school but especially high school, you see everyone at their best, and you see also.
Like crying,
You also see
right?
everyone at their worst, Everyone also sees your best and everyone also sees your worst.
Yeah.
And even through all that, right, there are still people who are your friends, right? So, like, even though they see, like, how bad I am or how good I am, they're still my friends. So you really know that they are, like, real ones, But in work, right, it's like everyone's just trying to look their best. So, like, it's just you don't spend as much time with them, so they
Connecting.
don't show any of their flaws. You also don't show any of your flaws, so you don't know if you're like really accepting of each other or the friendship is really real So
True.
and especially when I'm a teacher, right, I don't really talk to my colleagues, right, because when I'm in class I just talk to the students. So the students are basically my real friends I talk to the students the most. Some students are really, I will say they're my friends but I'm a teacher, so I cannot be like really
like a
friends with them
professional like
you need to have like a professional front, right? Because you cannot say
yeah.
things you actually want to say. Sometimes like they say 我不要做了你不可以给我 you cannot like tell them don't do lah don't do okay lah don't do lah, because sometimes I really pity them when I want to say that okay lah, just don't do lah. But I cannot say that, right? Because I'm in front of my boss. I cannot just then I will just say please do lah, please do. It's just not the same lah. If you're a teacher and a student, you just cannot be friends in the same way. And I don't really see my colleagues that much, so I can't be really good friends with them either. So I'm actually quite alone
because
at work.
when I was working in the office, there's a lot of drama.
Like, my one don't have
across
I
departments.
think I like drama more.
It's like there's a lot of dramas lah, but
I think my place lack of drama. So boring.
it's like
nothing to talk about.
It's like this department will defend themselves, and then like they will defend themselves, like make the whole story like twist and turn.
Wow.
Then it's like then because it's a business company, so sometimes they will say like, I also don't know why that worker is still here he's not even capable of blah, like that, like this kind, like every day during lunch, right?
Oh my god, that's
they're gonna,
me,
like,
that's me.
Talk.
That's me. I'm the one who always say other people are not capable of work. But I only say to myself because I have no one to say to.
Later you tell our students, then the student is like, huh? 老师他觉得你不好诶。
Yeah, cannot like that. Because they are not capable of work doesn't mean they are not capable of teaching. So I cannot just say that.
Yeah, true. But I think to conclude, Gao's point is that once you step into working world, it's the relationships that you build is very different from high school.
Yeah, you still can build
real.
friendships but I feel like it's not as trusting basically. Like
it's
you
not
can't
as
trust them
pure.
as much, maybe. Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
as
yeah, yeah.
pure.
You cannot expect them to be like your high school friends, basically.
Yeah. I agree with that, but that's good and bad, I guess. Because, yeah, we all learn to deal with different people because we will meet a lot of different people
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
future.
yeah.
For me, I
You
think,
learn to tolerate people, lah.
yeah, yeah,
You will see some
exactly.
weird people outside, one.
And
Like
then you
really,
sometimes you'll be
really
like,
weird people.
yeah, sometimes you're like, will he or she even do this kind of things?
Yeah, like what is he doing?
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
does he keep talking to himself? No one's talking to him. You know?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so
Okay.
for me, I think actually I learned a lot during my gap year, but I think that's one thing I finally felt the importance of it is time management. Because back then in high school, if I want to scroll my phone, then I just scroll my phone the whole day lah. Or like if I want to like play with my friends or like talk to my friends, just do it lah. But now it's like once I started working, especially I started my 9 to 5 job that time, I realized like I struggled to balance all aspects of my life. Like I couldn't have enough time for my relationship, my friendship, my friends, and then like even myself. Like I don't have time to exercise or like spend time for myself. Cause imagine that you wake up at 7, then you need to reach office by like 8:30 or 9. Then the jam is crazy. Then you work all the way until 5. Then when you go back, it's like dinner time. It's just very crazy. So I think even as for now, I'm working freelance. I'm working as a freelancer. It seems more flexible, but I still have deadlines to like
Yeah, yeah.
I still have deadlines to rush for, and it and the fact that I don't have like a proper place for me to work, like it requires me to manage my time even more because I don't have the
Yes,
environment.
yes.
Yeah, like I tend to like never mind, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow like last time. But now
Yeah.
I feel I'm still working on improving this weakness of mine. But I think I started by planning each day of mine the night before, and it really helps. So for you, if you're watching and you're in your high school or if you're still studying, please like appreciate the time that you have. Because
Mm.
once you're an adult, a young adult, you constantly do not have enough time on. Right, Koho?
Yes, yes. I feel like really this is so cliche to say, right? Like if I was in high school and I hear people say like, "Oh, cherish your time in high school," I'll be like,
Yeah,
whatever
it's
lah.
like
These people I also don't know them. Why I want to talk to them? But no,
yeah.
really, you have to. I feel like high school is such a good time to just have real friends, So you like you should know more
It's the
people
most
during high school.
carefree.
Yeah. And it's like you spend time with everyone so much, you can really build some very strong friendships that will
Yeah,
last you possibly a
probably a
lifetime.
lifetime.
Like even after if you don't have any new friends, right? You still have like old friends to fall back to.
It's like
Some
your
you
safety
know
net.
yeah, it's your safety net. So like yeah, build your safety net before you go out.
Enter
Go out
this.
to the working world. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
If we were to have a choice again, would you make the same decision again? Would you make the same decision?
Yeah. I feel like
Like
taking a gap
taking
year.
a break? Yeah.
Yeah. I think taking a gap year gave me a lot of time to think through my decisions. And like it really made me feel like I'm not deciding on what to study um just by impulse like just 随便
Study
选
to
like that.
study. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I got think through my choices. I got research, like I got research enough. I feel like I did my best to make this choice, and like knowing me lah, because I'm someone who will think back at what I do and then will will like regret that I didn't do my best one. So like I feel like if I didn't take this gap year to do my best to make the choices, right? I will, if I for some reason not would didn't do well in my computer science, right, I will look back and be like, hi, I wish I took a gap year and thought through my choices. If but but because I took this gap year, right, I feel like in the future, if I ever go through any struggles, right, I cannot look back at this moment and just blame it on this.
Because like it's
I can
something that
only blame
you.
it on myself.
Yeah.
And I will just try to solve the problem. Because when I look back to the past, right, I cannot solve that problem, right? So I just want to make myself has as little regrets as possible, basically. So I feel like this was actually a good choice for me. For my personality.
For me, I think it's also a good decision. I will still take a break because it was more of a time for me to figure things out, like trying new things, trying different jobs. Actually, let me know what I like and dislike. So, for example, working in the office, I realized that I don't really like a typical 9 to 5 job. I like to deal with people. I like to go out. I'm more of the planning type. I like troubleshooting, problem solving. Okay, so like I think I'm more clear of where I want to go and what I like. I think most importantly is what I don't like. I think you don't have to know what exactly
I
you
agree.
like, but just don't do what you dislike.
I agree. I feel like you going out to work is to find what you don't like more than to find what you like.
Yes.
That's
Find
why
what you don't like.
don't be like me. Don't just go to one job and then just stop there. You should be like Natalie and try more things so that you find out what you don't like so you can cancel it out. Because like even if you take a degree, right, in the future you might not take that
particular field.
That subject, right? Yeah, that particular field to work on one. So you just have to find a subject that you will not hate, that you can get
or at least a
through
working
for
environment,
uni.
or like
You
that
also
you don't mind staying in.
correct. Environment is also very important to explore lah. Like what environment do you thrive in? Do you thrive in
Working with
repetitive
gadgets or
work?
like technical
you know,
work.
9 to 5 jobs, you always do the same thing, whether you like that
Yeah.
or not. Some people really like that one, so like
They're like,
it's suitable for them lah.
they're like, I have a system, I just have to follow this.
Some people like that. Some people cannot. Some people need to do different things every time. Then you can consider freelancer like that.
Like some people like going out, meeting clients, closing deals, or giving talks. It's very different.
It's really find yourself, as cliche as
I
that
think
sounds. It's to find yourself.
Year is like self-discovery.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are our plans now? What's your plan now?
For me, I'm going to NUS in Singapore.
Wow, NUS, Singapore.
This August for computer science.
Okay. So for me, currently my study plan, I'm gonna take actuarial science.
Wow. I wanted to do that also.
It's a very foreign field for me, but I decided to just do it. So that's my plan. But currently I'm still unsure of which uni or country that I'm gonna go, but I'm certain about the degree that I'm gonna choose. So to conclude this session, one more thing is that although gap year seems very that's my point of view, although gap year seems very good to have, right, Kok Ho? But everyone is still different. If you're certain about what you want, or sometimes, I mean, we are very lucky that our family situation allows us to do that. They don't. That's a very main factor, I feel, because we are very lucky that we don't have to step into the working world very, very early to earn a living for our families. So that's why we can choose this gap year. So again, everyone is very different. Choose what's best for you. But I think there's one thing is that you really have to not rush into things, right, Koho?
Yeah, I would say not rush. Yes, correct.
Okay, so that's all that we have for today. Talking about our gap year and some of our experience. Hope you guys like this session. And if you guys want to hear any more experiences from us about different topics, please comment down below. Okay, bye guys.
Bye guys. See you.
Okay, see you.
Bye.
Okay. Okay, I start recording already. Wait, I record my voice now. I'm gonna do the same thing. Chill, Koho, chill. Just don't chill. Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna do something a little different from what I used to do. I'm gonna. Oh my god, shit. Okay. So today I'm gonna do something similar to Chew the Fat with Matt, but with a little something different, which is, oh my god, I'm so freaking nervous. Wait, okay. Okay, so first things first, we'll talk about
Oh, for me, my A-level started after my A2 exams in June. Oh, for me, my A-level started after my A2 exams in June. So,
you mean your gap year
I'm still in
started?
my gap year right now.
You said your A-level started after my A2.
Oh, shit, oh my god! My gap
It's
year.
okay, I will cut it. You just continue from. And see you
Yeah,
guys next
comment the
time.
topics. Hey, like, subscribe, click the notification bell, okay?
Yes, listen to Koho. Okay,
Share on your Twitter, share on your
okay,
IG,
yeah,
okay?
share on your whatever platform you have.
Links in
Share
the
to your.
description below.
Yeah.
Natalie, remember to put the link,
Yeah.
link your IG, link your Twitter,
Yes. And of course, if you want to persuade your parents, just share this video to them. Right, Koho?
Yes,
Make it
correct.
viral on WhatsApp, right, Koho?
Yes. Of course. They will listen to us one.